Thank you for watching this Last Mile Profits video.
How many parcels can your local locker courier do in one day? Watch on to find out more.
Last Mile Profits is brought to you by Parcel Pending by Quadient.
Gary, I recently met up with my InPost courier, locker only I should add, and asked him how many parcels he delivered in a peak day this year. And I was quite shocked. I knew it would be a high number, but I was quite shocked. Well, I was going to say you probably noticed, but you commented, so you did notice. I made a post on LinkedIn. And just to remind you and everyone, we said that would it be for one man, one route, one day, 800 to 899 parcels? Would it be 1,000 to 1,500 or over 1,500? But basically, the majority said over 1,500. And what do you think about that, Gary?
If it is correct, and I have no reason to doubt you. In fact, I remember when we had a day out looking at loggers in Warsaw together about 2 years ago, and we did a similar exercise. And I won't give the number away that guy said, but it wasn't in your top range, but it was very close to your top range. So it is astonishing. I mean, if you try and do the maths backwards and divide 1,500 by a 10-hour day, let's say the guy's working does 10-hour days, 150 an hour, that's 2.5 a minute. I mean, I don't think even Santa can deliver parcels at quite the same speed on Christmas Eve without some special mechanism to speed him along his way.
Yeah, I think the way that it's done is, and this is the secret sauce, very condensed route, multiple waves, delivering several tens of parcels per stop in a very, what we should do one day? I'll see if I can convince the guy to allow me, or maybe I'll ask InPost, they might actually allow us to do it formally. We just record someone putting it in because it's absolutely amazing. It's just, click, lock parcel, click in, wow.
It's incredible. But I mean, the comparison is obviously back to if you were going door to door, with the last mile profit. So we're always comparing and trying to persuade people that these out-of-home solutions are better. Dropping a bag of parcels into a Pudo store, we know that for the driver is very, very fast. However many it is in the bag, it almost doesn't matter. You're still going to do it in a minute, but you've still got to park, you've got to drag the stuff in. But the fact that you can load individual lockers that quickly and drive that amount of volume there, it should make people in the UK a little bit worried about what InPost are going to do. They've announced further £600 million of investment, $1 billion that they'll invested up the next 6 years in the UK. I saw the InPost CEO sitting on the sofa with Keir Starmer, the British Prime Minister. They've got big plans in the UK, and if they can deliver at 1,500 parcels plus per location, per driver per day, that's got to have the other carriers thinking long and hard.
I need to be fair that this is a courier in a very dense urban route. It's in a bedroom district, so it doesn't get much better than that. I would imagine that out in the sticks, it's not quite that number. But I think these guys have really got it down to a fine art in terms of, operational efficiency. And is it the moment, Gary, to spill the beans, do you think?
Well, I think so. Yeah, why not? Go for it.
So, are you ready for this? 1,700 parcels.
Now, my question is, was that an exceptional day for him, or was that a regular day, or was it a day during peak and he'd never seen anything like it before in his life? I mean, need a bit of context here, I think.
It was, to be fair, it was a day in Q4. It wasn't the biggest day, but the reason I discounted the biggest day is he said he had someone helping him on the biggest day. So he actually did, I don't want to misguide everyone, but I think it was something like 2,400 on the biggest day, but that wasn't alone. So to make this a fair assessment, it had to be one man, one route, one day. Not one wave, because he had several waves during that day. But honestly, I was blown away with that number. And although there are a lot of other operators that are pretty efficient, I think, as I said, there are a lot of reasons behind this, Gary, but why this works so well. Pretty good software, pretty large lockers, because that's the other thing. You cannot do this if you've got a small 30-cell locker.
And if you've got a clunky user experience, if you haven't really polished how the UI works and what the driver physically has to do to get that load done, that can be difficult as well.
Yeah, and actually, I was talking to a friend at one of the suppliers who are actually talking to InPost now, and one of the things was that apparently every new supplier they vet, they discuss, they talk about how it could work. So I remember InPost from my days when I was still on the supervisory board, and it was a good company then. I think it's gone from good to great. And this is perhaps the best example of that. I should add, by the way, that this video is not sponsored by Impos. It's just that I was really, really blown away. And Gary, you'll be the first to add that any smart operator of lockers is going to get huge efficiency gains.
Of course. I mean, you need the parcels in the van to go that fast. So if you're in the early days of building your network, as we are, as Quadient are in a couple of countries, you're not going to have the volume to really do a very, very efficient stop at the very beginning. So what you're looking at, again, you refer to Poland as Lockerland more than once on these recordings, and you're looking at maturity. You're looking at the end state, the end game. So I think what it does is it puts a stake in the ground, or a target for everybody to go after. When it's really working in a polished, efficient way, customers are accepting it, drivers are experienced, the volume is flowing through that channel. It just shows you what productivity gains there really are out there to go and get.
So I think, Gary, the writing is on the wall. Out of home is incredibly efficient if you know how to implement it. And I think any naysayers who still say, hold on, well, out of home won't work here or there. I, by the way, heard a couple of people telling me the UK will never be an out-of-home market. I think, when they look at data like this, they might think again twice. Well done to at the moment that we're filming, 43% who said it would be over 1,500. There were some really great comments. And please, if you have a view, do comment below to this video. Maybe you've got a view or something that means we should take a step back before we make this assessment. And above all, please, if you've enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, because it allows us to keep these bits free for you. Gary, as usual, great fun talking, and hopefully everyone will enjoy this video.
Last Mile Profits is brought to you by Parcel Pending by Quadient.